What's up, everybody? Welcome to the episode, or welcome to episode 4 of the Live Free podcast. I'm your host, Justin Weeks. Fired up to be here, fired up to come live again today. If you're watching this on another platform and you can see me, happy Thursday. Hope you're having a great day today. I'm fired up. A couple things I really want to talk about tonight. Today's not going to be a long episode, but a very important one, in my opinion, and one that could drastically change your life if applied and executed properly. In every area of your life, it can help you improve. It really can. And I'm excited for those who have the courage to do what I talk about today, because I really believe this is one of the most important pivotal perspective shifts you can have in your approach to life. So if you read the caption, it said, chase the hard. The value lies in the difficulty. You know, so often we go through life and naturally we look for the path of least resistance. Where's the easy way? And there's a difference between convenient, easy, and efficient. I know sometimes the easier route may be the more efficient route. For instance, I'm not going to walk to the grocery store when I can get in my truck and drive there, right? But in areas of your life when you may see in front of you a set of stairs or an escalator, why not take the stairs? Why not embrace the difficulty and grow in the moment? You know, when temptations arise in your life, being defiant enough to say, you know, as much as I may get simple temporary pleasure from that temptation, where it might be difficult to take the stronger route, it's more important to be strong. It's more important to be disciplined. It's more important to shy away and not to shy away from the difficult route, but to understand the value lies in the difficulty. You know, when you accomplish something in your life, what gives you that sense of accomplishment, what makes it so special that you accomplished it, was the fact that it was difficult. You know, and anything worth doing should be difficult. Otherwise, there's no value in it. You can't go to the gym and lift the light weights that there's no resistance. Why? You would never grow. You would never grow. And that's with anything. That's in business, that's in relationships. Some of the best relationships aren't the ones that you just see taking selfies and, you know, on Facebook, and they show, oh, we're just so happy and perfect and life's great. The best relationships are the ones who have the difficult conversations. You peel back the layers and, you know, face hard times together and grow together. Some of the best bonds I've ever had with people were in times of struggle. Go to war. I've been to war. You know, I spent a year in Baghdad with my brothers in arms, and I tell you, I mean, you talk about build a friendship, build a brotherhood. When you go through hard times, it creates growth. And, you know, that's physical. You can grow physically by intentionally putting yourself through pain and, you know, adversity. And I mean, I remember in the Army when I was going through infantry training, we did a 15 mile road march with a 50-pound rucksack, and it was hard, but and we helped each other through it. But at the end, I mean, we had such a huge sense of accomplishment because of the difficulty. You know, when you see someone and they're just jacked and they're ripped, I mean, what makes that so inspiring is like, man, they're in shape and they're strong, and That's cool, but what makes it special is not everyone looks like that. Most people don't look like that because not very few people are willing to put the work in, the hard work that it takes to have that type of physical result. And I just think, for instance, anything that, let's just say you're a fighter. Okay, you're a fighter. I boxed for 8 years. I've been training Brazilian Jiu Jitsu since 2003. I love combat sports. It's a passion of mine. Whatever, whatever you don't want to do the most is probably what you should do. Because when you don't want to do it, it's probably the thing that you should do the most. In business, what you're afraid to do or what you don't want to do is probably what you need to do the most. So many people are afraid to start something new because of the learning curve that they're going to have in the beginning, or they may be afraid of what other people are going to think when they do it. I know when I started building my network marketing business 10 years ago, I had friends that were kind of like, "Oh, you're doing one of those things," and I was, unsure. What's up, Kelly? What's up, Brian? So I was unsure at first, like, do I really want to take this chance? Do I want to observe the masses and go in the opposite direction? Because I knew people were going to look at me differently or judge. But then I also thought about, if I do the same thing that everyone else is doing, then it's an average action. It leads to mediocrity, which I didn't want to be average. I'm not average. Otherwise, I would have never been attracted to doing something different. And when you go through life intentionally making yourself uncomfortable, doing the uncomfortable things, you begin to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. And I created a habit around that. So much so now, if I'm I'm uncomfortable with being comfortable. So if I'm find myself being too comfortable, it makes me anxious. Like I'm being complacent here. I'm not stretching myself. I'm not challenging myself enough. So I find peace in discomfort because I know that I'm growing if I'm doing something uncomfortable. I'm bored. If I'm comfortable, I'm bored. And when you begin to take on that habit of looking for challenge, stretching yourself, forcing yourself to be an intentional or intentionally putting yourself in uncomfortable situations, you're going to find that you get addicted to growth. So I would encourage you to take a chance to do something new. Find something. For me, it was network marketing. For me, it was this business, and this is why. I knew that I was a state trooper, so I've never done any business. I had no business being in business. I was a Louisiana state trooper, but my son has autism, and I wanted to be a more present father. I wanted to provide for my family. I knew that this business model, I could do part time. I could build from home. It had the ability to scale, so I could leverage my time. But I was uncomfortable because I've never done anything like this before. So I understood that there was going to be a learning curve. Now I had mentors that have gone before me that had great success, who had the time freedom and the financial flexibility that I was looking for. So I took their advice. I learned from them. It did cut my current learning curve in half, but I knew I had to grow into that person that I needed to be successful in this business. But I was willing to take that on. I knew I didn't understand anything about the business model or the structure or how to, build a team or any of the things around the business. It was new to me, but I said, you know what? I'm willing to take the challenge because I the the end result was time flexibility, financial flexibility, having a lifestyle that was very attractive that I could see was before me because of the people who have already done it. And I said, so it's worth it. It's worth it to me. And was it easy? No, it was not easy. If anybody tells you it's easy, they haven't done it before. It took work, it took effort, it took growth, it took trial and error. I've gone through adversity, I've learned, but now For the last 8 years, I haven't had a job. And it took 2 years. It did. It took 2 years, excuse me, to build a business that I could fire my boss and walk away from my job. It took 22 months. But I knew it was possible, and I was willing to take on the challenge. What are you what are you going to do in life if you don't challenge yourself? Are you going to look back at your life one day and say, well, I made it through. That was easy. I mean, I took the easy way all the way through and it was just comfortable. And I mean, what kind of sense of accomplishment would you have? Or would you rather look back at your life and said, hey, I lived a life of oh wells rather than a life of what ifs? I went for it. I tried things. I may have failed, but when you fail, you grow. When you fail, you grow. So there's no reason to be afraid of failure. What you should be afraid of is not trying. I heard a guy say the other day, he was talking about his friends and the loyalty of his friends around him. And he said, being it's okay if you don't know how to, if you don't know how to fight, that's okay. But not trying, if shit hits the fan and my friends around me, if you don't know how to fight, that's okay. But not fighting is not okay. We have each other's back. You got to, have some courage. Try. And that's how you should be. That's the approach you should take with everything in life. Try. Try. What's going to happen is you're either going to win or learn. Those are the two options. And the more things you try and fail at, the more growth that takes place. The more hard conversations you have with your spouse, the more growth is going to take place. So do things that are going to challenge you and stretch you. Don't be afraid of, of discomfort. Don't be afraid of pain. Don't be afraid of struggle or adversity. When things happen in your life, don't say, well, why is this happening to me? Say, why is this happening for me? Evidently, it's time to level up in that area of your life. So face it head on. Don't be afraid of conflict. Don't be afraid of what other people are going to think. Just be afraid of not becoming the best version of yourself by taking the easy way out. If someone told me, and basically they did 10 years ago, they said, here's a business model that if mastered, you can have time and financial flexibility for the rest of your life. Do you want to try? Without hesitation, I said yes. As I got started, I realized, hey, this is not everyone thinks like I think. Most people are very skeptical and pessimistic and have a very negative outlook on life. But I also realized as I sifted and sorted through my network and people and my friends that there were people out there who were like me, that realized God did design them for more than just to go to work, pay bills, and die. They did have something inside of them intuitively that says, hey, I'm meant for more than what I'm doing. They are people that can look at simple math, simple numbers, business structure, a business model, and say, hey, it's going to be much more beneficial for me to scale a business to where I'm leveraging my time and creating residual income versus just going to work and trading my hours for dollars, time for a paycheck. Let's go. Let's give this thing a shot. And as I found more people like that and built and grew together, we realized, hey, this is awesome. Like this is what life's about. It's being able to experience life in growth and contribution and adding value to other people and leadership and impact and making a difference. It's rewarding and it's fulfilling. Yet there's so many people out there who are just so afraid to try something new. They're so afraid of what someone's going to think that they just stay in the corner covered up with a blanket and they just live safe. They tiptoe through life hoping to arrive safely at death. What a coward way to live. Now, I'm not saying if you don't try a business like mine then you're a coward. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm just saying if you have any inclination of doubt that the way you're living your life professionally and personally may not be to the best of your potential and capability, it might be worth trying new things. So many people spend the first half of their life saying, I'm too young for this. And then they spend the second half of their life saying, I'm too old for this. What are you waiting for? You know, the best time to plant a tree is 20 years ago. The second best time is right now. Try something new. You know, let's just say in business, you know, you can see, if you're listening to this, you know who I am. You know it's possible. You know it's possible. I mean, you see me traveling all over the place, living a life of freedom. You know it's possible. Why not say, hey, Justin, would you mentor me? Would you show me what you're doing? I want to try something new. I would love a shot at a lifestyle of time flexibility. I want to be with my kids. I'm tired of the daycare raising my kids. I'm tired of my wife having to work on her feet 12 hours a day. I'd love to bring her home. I'm tired of, stressing out at the end of the month because we're not able to make our bills. I would love to supplement my income. I'd love to get, try some of those products and get healthier so I can have more confidence about my physical appearance. There's so many reasons to just step out of your comfort zone and try something new. It's going to do nothing except better who you are, whether that's from a physical perspective or a mental perspective, intellectually, spiritually. Why not just grow? Why not chase the hard things? If it's something that you're afraid of, that's probably exactly where you should go. The cave that you're afraid to enter usually holds the treasure that you seek. So my encouragement today is simply for you to do exactly that. Chase the hardest things you can in life. I've been hearing Ray Higdon talk about being defiant. Be defiant. If you see something that you're afraid to do exactly that. If something's tempting you, but it's probably not the best thing to do, don't do it. Don't be weak. Be strong. Be disciplined. Set goals and understand that you're God's highest form of creation and 100% capable of reaching those goals if you just become the person who can do it. And you are quite capable of becoming that person, because otherwise you wouldn't have the goal in the first place. You wouldn't have the dream in your heart. God's not a guy that says, I'm going to put all these nice things on this earth, but that's just for those people. That's not for you. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. So chase the hard things. Get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Comfort is a drug. It's a disease. It's weak. Your comfort zone is your broke zone. Your comfort zone is your weak zone. So get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Put yourself intentionally in discomforting situations. If you're sitting at home, you catch yourself watching Netflix too long, pause it, do 20 push-ups. Wake up a little bit earlier because you can. Do anything you can do to make yourself stronger. Don't take the easy way out anymore. Don't be afraid of what other people are going to think. Don't be afraid to try something new, to take risks. Start saying, oh, well, instead of what if. Make a decision on what it is that you want out of this natural life and go after that with vigor and passion. And say, I expect adversity and I'm going to overcome it. When your vision is so clear, it will pull you through any obstacle that comes your way, because it's part of the process. You can embrace the journey. It's not just the destination, it's the journey that strengthens you. When you're leading, understand, hey, you're going to go through some stuff, but it's necessary because the people you're leading may one day go through those things. And you can say, hey, I've walked through this minefield before. Just follow my footsteps. Hey, here's what I did when I encountered this situation. You're being prepared to lead by going through it. If I were to climb a mountain and get to the top, how much easier would it be for me to go down and help other people up the same mountain? To navigate. Well, yeah, we don't go this way. There's a big, boulder. You're not going to be able to go down that path. There's a drop off over here. Let's take this path. I've already done it before. It's not theoretical. So that's why it's important to have mentors who can cut your learning curve in half. But guess what? Most people are afraid to even follow the mentor up the mountain. Most people are afraid to try. So by you trying puts value on you because the value lies in the difficulty. The value, if it's not difficult, there's no value in it. So become a person of value by chasing difficult things, trying hard things, expecting it to be hard, and knowing that it doesn't matter. Even if it is hard, you're still going to go through it, because that's the ones who win. It's beginning with the end in mind and believing no matter what comes my way, I will try until I get there. Come hell or high water, my why is so strong, no one will stop me from getting there. That's the magic in it all. It's just a belief. It's not fake it till you make it. Belief is real. It's not, you're not faking anything. You believe 100% that you're going to end up exactly where you're set out to go, and no one can stop you from getting there. Just understand you have to grow in the process. So when resistance comes, when adversity comes, instead of stopping and quitting and cowering away from it, embrace it and say, give me some more. I need to grow some more. Evidently, I need to grow some more. Jim Rohn says, don't wish it was easier, wish you were better. But guess who can get better? Every single one of us. Every single one of us. We get better by facing the difficult things. The value lies in the difficulty. So, living average, struggling to meet the bills, that's hard. Trying something new, growing, working hard, going to your job, working all day, and then coming home and working on your side hustle. That's hard. Both are hard. You might as well choose the hard that's going to lead to the result that you want, and you're going to feel better about yourself. Your confidence will increase when you set a goal and you make a promise to yourself. When you keep it and see it through, you're going to feel better about yourself. We started a men's group yesterday, a 100-day challenge. It's free. If you're a man listening to this and you want to build some confidence, I'm not going to share the details here. It's very simple, but the details are some personal men stuff in there. But I'll tell you what, if you join this group, and you can join at any time, it doesn't matter when you're watching this. Your day one starts the day after you join the group. Get with me. Let me know in the comments if you're interested in building some self-confidence. And we'll get you added to that challenge if you're willing to commit. And you'll have a brotherhood of people around you supporting you and encouraging you. And you will come out of that 100 days, if you see it through, way more physically confident and mentally confident than when you entered. It's called DBAB. It's an acronym for Don't Be a Bitch. So that's what the group's called. I'm sorry for the vulgarity, but it is exactly what it says. It's important for us to grow as humans, men and women. It's important for us to be our best selves. And the way we can grow to our full potential is challenging ourselves daily, stretching ourselves, and getting around people who inspire you to grow. So with that, have an awesome day. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for listening. If you found value in this, let me know in the comments. Share this. If you want to pay it forward, that would mean the world, just to share this with someone who may receive value from it. And thank you again, as always, for the support. It means the world. So with that, much love. God bless. Go out and live free. Take care, guys.